Welcome to Techietalkee. Hello friends. In this video, I'll be explaining about the mutable and immutable objects in Python. The mutable object is one that allows changes to be done to it internally, which means we'll not be able to see any of the difference while executing it in Python. Immutable object is one that does not allow any change to any of its values. If a variable is assigned with a new value, a new object gets created. Let me explain you in detail on how it works. First, let's look into the list object. Here, I'm creating a new list which is name list1, and I have three values in it, name1, name2 and name3 in that list. First, I'm going to print the name list, and then I'm going to print the memory location of that list. Here we can see that the name list 1 got printed, which is name 1, name 2 and name 3. Then I'm printing the memory location. So the memory location of name list, which is the ID of the name list 1. So the memory location of the name list is this value. Next, what I'm doing is I am updating the index value 1 with name 4. So name 2 is updated to name 4. So we can see here that name 2 got updated to name 4. Next, again, I'm printing the memory location of the list, which is after the update. Memory location of the name list after the update is the same as the one before update. Next, I'm trying to append the value name 5 to this name list. So after appending name 5, I can still see that the memory location doesn't change. So which means list is a mutable object which can accept changes to its list items. Next, let's look into the set object, which is again a mutable object. Here I'm creating a set which is name set, where I'm giving name 1, name 2 and name 3 as its values. So first, I'm printing the name set. Let me first execute this code and then I can explain you in detail. I'm printing the values of this name set, which is name 1, name 3 and name 2. As we already know that the set object is unordered, so results will get printed in any order. Next, I'm printing the memory location of the name set by using the ID method. Memory location of name set is this value. Then what I'm doing is to that existing set, I'm adding a new set item which is name 4. So after printing the name set, I can see that name 4 got added to the set. While printing the memory location after adding the new item, I can see that the memory location remains the same even after the set is updated. So which means the set object will accept changes to it internally. Hence, the set object is also a mutable object. Next, let's look at the dictionary object, which is again a mutable object. So this is my dictionary object which I've created, which is student underscore dict, where I have two key value pairs, which is on roll number and name. Then I'm printing the dictionary object. So the roll number and name got printed in my output window. Next, I'm printing the memory location of the dictionary object by using the ID function. So this memory location got printed. After that, I'm adding a new key value pair which is on the section. So I have a section 70 which gets added to the dictionary object. And I'm printing the dictionary object values here. So roll number, name and section got printed in my output window. Again, after adding this new item to the dictionary object, I'm printing the value of the memory location. I can see that the memory location remains the same even after adding a new item to the dictionary object. So which means the dictionary object is also a mutable object. Next, let's look into the immutable objects. So as we know, immutable objects does not allow any change to it internally. So first, we have the integer object, which is a immutable object. So I have a variable a, which is assigned with the value 10. So the variable a is an integer object. And first, I'm printing the memory location of that integer a. So this is the memory location of the integer a with the value 10. Next, what I'm doing is I'm adding 10 to the existing value. So the value of A now becomes 20. Now, if I try to print the memory location of the variable A, which is currently holding the value 20, the memory location seems to be different. So, which means Python will create a new integer object and it will be pointed to this variable A, which is in a different location. And that location is going to hold the value of 20. So it means that when we try to update an integer value, then Python will create a new object rather than updating it in the same memory location. Same is the case for the float object. Let me show you with an example. This is the example of the float object. So first I have the variable A, which is holding the value 10.5, and I'm first printing the memory location of this variable A, which is this value. So the memory location of the float A 10.5 is this value. Next, I'm adding a value of 20 to this variable A, and I'm trying to print the memory location of the updated value of A. When I try to do so, I get a different memory location. So in this case also, Python creates a new object and the variable A points to a different memory location. So float is also an immutable object. Same is the case with string object. I have the variable A, which is assigned with the value Techietalkee, which is in lowercase. And I'm first trying to print the memory location of A, which will be this value. So this is the memory location of the variable A, which is holding the Techietalkee in lowercase. Next, I'm trying to update the variable A with the uppercase of Techietalkee. When I print the memory location of the updated value of A, the location seems to be different. So for string object also, Python creates a new string object and the variable A points to the newly created string object at a different memory location. So string is also an immutable object. Next, let's look at the Boolean data type. In this example, I'm assigning the value of true to the variable A. So the variable A is of Boolean data type, and when I try to print the memory location of A, I'm getting a value. Next, I'm updating the value of A to be false, and the memory location seems to be different. So Boolean is also a immutable object. Let's check for the complex data type. First, I'm creating a complex object with the value 2 and 3. So the complex value will be 2 plus 3j, which is in this particular memory location. Next, I'm updating the value of A to 2, 4. So for 2 plus 4j, the memory location is different. So complex is also an immutable object. Finally, let's look at the tuple data type. So this is my example where I'm creating the student tuple with three values, which is name 1, name 2 and name 3, and I'm printing the student tuple values. So name 1, name 2 and name 3 is getting printed here in the output window. Next, I'm printing the memory location of the student tuple. So this is the memory location of the student tuple. Then I'm adding a new value, which is name 4, to the existing student tuple. When I try to print the student tuple, name 1, name 2, name 3 and name 4 gets printed here. When I print the memory location is different from what we saw while the tuple was created. So which means for any new addition of the tuple item, Python creates a new object for tuple, and then the variable, which is student underscore tuple, points to the newly created object at a different location. So tuple is also an immutable object. Hey guys, hope you now understood on what mutable and immutable objects are and how Python deals with it internally. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries, you can reach out to me at techietalkee@gmail.com. Happy learning and have a great day.